Welcome everybody to episode 7 of Late Night with JapJap. Warbear, welcome brother man. Bell Reaver, Courage, also, oh dude, Bell Reaver's already on. Alright, cool. Let's go with that. Bell Reaver, I want to hear your thoughts. Waiting for Bell Reaver.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Why are you sideways?
Oh, because I've got you
like, dude, it looks like you're trying to build a nuclear bomb right now. Like all the computers and shit. Like you're doing some sort of terrorist act. Should I expect to be killed in the next 30 seconds?
No, you shouldn't expect that. Point to here when I fill my gas tank. You see, so I've got the nice Costco Visa because I'm a very special boy. That's me looking like a fucking crazy person. Hold on.
All right, so now that I know a level of your expertise, I'm coming to you with all of my computer questions.
I don't know anything. If the front, the back of that credit card, you could really fuck my life up.
Yes, keep claiming to not know anything as you destroy the world. Boogaloo Bear, welcome.
Boogaloo Bear?
All right, guys, FYI, we're trying to disarm a bomb right now. Bell Reaver has access to a nuclear device that will destroy the world, and we're trying to talk him down from destroying the world right now. Do you see all the complicated computer things? He's going to use that to kill all of us. Bell Reaver, please don't kill us all. Dan, welcome. Yeah, you're back, brother.
Perfect. So, every good bomb site has a cone. So,
dude, you're just proving my hypothesis. We're all going to die. How dare you? Oh, no. Panic. Everybody panic.
But if I was a terrorist, would I be doing this?
Ooh, but it also makes a good hat.
That's true.
That is a very valid point.
Now, it's got a hole in it. The water would go right through.
Well, but if you just take duct tape and duct tape the top of the hole, that'll be a very effective hat.
Probably true. Yes, I never thought of this. He's gonna arson us. Yeah, I've got all the gas in the world, and I'm filling it up until I hear this click. That's what lets me know that the tank is full. I hear a nice click, and then I get to drive off. Oh, you hear that? But now what we do is, it's lying to me. Look at that. It takes so much more.
I still think you're trying to blow up the world, bro.
Maybe I should try. If you already think I am, why not?
Yeah, I mean, if some random internet person thinks you're trying to blow up the world, might as well blow up the world.
Instead of the world, we could, target a federal building using the USPS, and do some nice...
No, dude. Terrorists blow up federal buildings.
Yes.
Legends blow up the world. So do you want to be a terrorist or a legend?
I don't want to blow up the world. I feel like this is a false binary trap.
You have accurately identified my rhetorical trap. How dare you?
I feel like if I say, yeah, I want to be a legend, it's like, oh, you want to blow up the world? And it's, oh, no, well, no. Because then if I ever did blow it up, there would be evidence against me, The way to do it, which is counterintuitive to say this, but the way to do it is to just blow up the world without ever telling anybody. And you have no means, opportunity. You'll get away with it. But then you blow up the world, so then you wouldn't really get away with it, would you? Because you're also part of the world. So I don't want to blow up the world because I don't want to blow myself up.
We'll just blow up all the other countries, bro, and you'll be good to go.
I think we tried that. It cost too much money. And we got stuck with some Iraqis and some shit, man. I don't know. All these hungry Iraqis and Afghanis, they took all our money somehow. What was that, man?
Oh, they're welcome.
Is it Is it so expensive on purpose, or what the fuck? Like, were you just like shooting at a wall for most of your time, or not to say you weren't doing anything, but like, what the fuck was so expensive about that shit? Just
Oh, so like the crazy thing that makes it so expensive. So like to really illustrate your point, there was one airstrike that I called in that I remember specifically because the company commander of the troops on the ground at the time, because for this specific mission, I was in the command center, and so I was coordinating where the bomb was supposed to go. And so the company commander was like in real time, there was a bad guy shooting at like Marines and like he tried to run away and shit. And I was like, sir, like this is a captain in the Marine Corps. I was like, sir, you need to do XYZ to kill the bad guy. And he's like,
right,
no, I'm a captain in the Marine Corps and I don't want to have civilian casualties. So I need you to use a delay HE round. Unbeknownst to him, he had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. But because he was a captain and I was just a corporal, I was like, all right, sir, I'll do what you say. Because I already told him what the fuck you want to do is not going to work. But
right.
when
But
push comes to shove, he pulled his little fucking shinies and was like, you're doing this. And I was like, all right, sir. So what ended up happening was...
In guy's defense, if you don't know, I was going to say something. I think I might have forgotten because I'm driving. But essentially, if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, fuck it, dude. Can you keep talking? I completely forgot what I was going to say.
No worries. Yeah, I'll keep talking. And so what ended up happening was after this captain executed his orders and I followed his orders, so my advisement was to use an HE round. So like the second it impacted the deck, it was going to blow up and kill all the bad guys. But he was like, you know what? I want to avoid civilian casualties. And so I need you to use a delay round, which means that once the round impacts the ground, it's got a 0.05 second delay before it explodes. And that's like basically a bunker buster kind of shit. Like that's why we use a delay round. And so because the delay round was used in that mission, that fire mission, I literally watched from a drone or UAV or some shit. I watched the bad guy and I called in the mission and I observed fucking everything. And I watched the round hit the ground, hit the deck. Less than 15 feet. Less than 15, like 5 meters from this fucking douchebag. The round impacted, had the 0.05 second delay, and then fucking blew up. And yeah, the dude was shaken, but at the end of the day, after the fire mission was complete and the round had exploded, this dude ran the fuck away. And then I looked, the second we watched on the live feed, the bad guy run away, because we used a delay round instead of an HE round or an airburst round, I just looked at the captain and I was like, sir, this is literally what I said was going to happen, with all due respect. And he just looked at me, he's like, and like he just kind of looked at me with like a fuck you face. But he didn't say anything.
So I'm guessing that the delay round is more sophisticated, more costly than the just boom boom, the quick boom.
Well, yeah. And so it's like this particular company commander decided to ignore my munition expertise and like, fuck you. I'm going to use a more expensive round because feelings. And turns out feelings let the bad guy live. And he wasted a bunch of fucking money. And that, dude, that's literally how the military works. Is because a lot of these officers are more concerned about bullshit non-combat related issues. And so they waste a bunch of money on non-essential munitions, like non-essential explosions. And that's a huge aspect of the waste of our military industrial complex. It's like, oh, you can validate and you can make an excuse for us to drop more bombs? Great. Let's not ask any questions. We're just going to sell the military more bombs. Courage Bear says, we have a gay captain who got discharged for telling a soldier, you ever have a captain, or you get discharged for telling a soldier, You ever have any captain in you grabbled cereal commercial style? I was there when he said it. All right, so obviously, like we've got the whole. Oh, you're back. You're back. You're back. The
Back.
white loading screen is done.
All right. So yeah, I can't see the chat, and I shouldn't be looking at it because I'm driving
Yeah, no
home.
worries.
That's
No
why.
worries. I get it. You can't see the chat, but from to respond to Courage Bear's comment, it sounds like Courage Bear. It sounds like you've got some experience in the military or something like that. Could you please expand? Because I definitely want to know where you're coming from for sure. Because you said a very valid point. I just want some more context before I espouse your point. Continue, brother.
Are you talking to me? I was just gonna say that it seems like the concern with not combat related concerns is sort of going not just with what munitions they use. Like we need more women in the Air Force or this type of shit.
Yup.
And then really, like I don't get it. And like, what the? Who wants to see their daughter like fighting a fighter pilot? That makes no sense to me.
Well, so you're coming at it from a moral perspective. From a satanic
Oh,
perspective,
yeah,
the
okay.
whole goal
I am.
is to do all this bullshit we're seeing and to make whatever moral authority of the army, like the military forces, like America is still a very moral nation. And so that being said, is we still have a relatively moral military force. So the more the satanic forces or satanic Zekai, satanic perspectives, the more they can do to corrupt these honorable individuals who are willing to sacrifice their lives for the safety of their loved ones and their neighbors. Yeah, corrupt the fuck out of them. Make them little bitches. Make transgender everything you need to worry about. And how dare you say anything possibly, potentially hateful towards a minority, because now you're getting NJP'd and now your career's fucking over. Dude,
Yeah,
that's literally the way to destroy the strength of the military force. And that's what they're doing.
and it's
Oh, Courage Bear was a sapper.
oh,
I didn't even know that was still like an MOS, like a specialty. Fucking sappers for real? That's crazy. Dude, Bell Reaver, do you know what, like, so in medieval warfare, do you know what the job of, like, sappers were?
no idea. Maybe like they have a pike and they're trying to stop the horses. I don't know.
Dude, so the way sappers came into military existence was like in the beginning of medieval like warfare. Like you'd have these massive ass walls and these foundations and like blah blah blah. And then the sappers were in charge of digging a tunnel under the wall and either A, Arizona Annie, welcome, either A, setting an explosive in your tunnel under the wall, or just after you dug your tunnel, then you would set fire to all of the tunnel supports. And then either way, you're making a gap, and because of that gap underground, like the gap, like it adds a weakness to the foundation of whatever wall you're digging under. And by making such a weakness, the whole wall can potentially drop. And so that was the original design for sappers, is to dig in the most like hostile areas, because as the sappers were digging and doing their tunnels, the defenders or the opposite side, they also had sappers, and like they would literally take cups and put them to the wall and try and find out where the enemy sappers were digging so that they could then intercept the tunnels. And then once the two tunnels intersected, it was like legitimate hand-to-hand combat. Like in World War I, the most vicious combat was between the sappers of the various nations, of the Allies versus the Germans, basically. And so the fact that Courage Bear started, like, yes, like modern day sappers aren't nearly as badass as sappers in the medieval time or World War I, World War II. I get that. But Courage Bear is continuing a very honorable tradition of a very dangerous profession. So obviously I respect the fuck out of Courage Bear so much more now.
Yeah, so that sound I've been hearing under my house. been thinking about looking into maybe a courage bear.
Dude, hire Courage Bear.
And that's a pretty badass specialization. I could see how it could get real nasty real quick if you're
Yeah.
you're in a little tunnel and you gotta kill some people who are also in a little tunnel.
Well, like, dude, just imagine, like, you're spending like 2-3 weeks digging this tiny little tunnel, and like hypothetically, let's say you're the first man in the front of the tunnel, so you're just pickaxing and digging, and then you just hand all the fucking shit to the guys behind you. But then, oh fuck, like now an enemy tunnel has just broken into your tunnel, and you could, like, 2 seconds ago you could have been just digging, but now there's an enemy with a fucking like bayonet, and you've got to fight in the darkness of a fucking tunnel, like meters under the deck, like underground.
That's not
That's
something I would want
fucking
to sign up for.
terrifying,
I'll be
dude.
honest with you. I see why his name is Courage Bear.
Yeah.
That sounds
Courage Bear
like
made his name for a fucking reason, dude. Like, even as a Marine, like, in my combat experience, I literally got shot at by 50 caliber machine guns and charged an enemy position. Was that terrifying? Yes. But compared to digging tunnels and have the ever-present risk of an enemy breaking into your tunnel, and then you have to do hand-to-hand combat, that makes me look like a little bitch. Like, tunnel combat is vicious as shit.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I can see how it could get real vicious, because what way out is there, right? If they intercept you,
Dude, fucking exactly. Like,
they retreat
there
either.
were some medieval sieges where the defensive tunnelers, they purposefully let the offensive tunnelers get really close, and then the defensive tunnelers would just like dig down, connect the hole, and then drop hot boiling tar into the hole of the tunnelers and just boil all of them alive. Like, that's what Courage Bear has to deal with. I mean, yeah, we're not in medieval times anymore, but he still has that same level of courage.
You can
That's where his unit came from.
You get hungry, if they cook your legs, you start to eat them. That's fine.
Yeah, dude, fucking exactly. Like,
Nice turkey.
dude, sapper warfare is legitimately the most vicious form of warfare that I'm aware of.
All right, I just got home, so I'm gonna hop off. But that was good.
Yeah, dude, talking to you sounds good, and I'm sorry I kind of dominated the conversation, bragging about Courage Bear's awesomeness. Actually, I'm really sorry, but it was just a really good point. I'm sorry for dominating the conversation. I tend to do that sometimes. You're breaking up, and I can't really hear what you're saying. I hear like a single syllable. I hear a single syllable of every like third or fourth word, so I can't quite understand what you're saying right now. And now we've got the loading screen. So if you're trying to talk, just FYI, I just see a loading screen. Yeah, Bell Reaver, like I know you're trying to get out of here, because oh you're back, you're back. Oh, you're still loading, and like I can barely hear you. Oh, and now the white screen of loading is back. All right, so Bell Reaver, my guess is that you've got a relatively poor connection. So adjust your behavior accordingly due to the poor connection. And because recently you were saying you're trying to get off to let someone else get on, and obviously we love your input. So if you've got kind of like last words, all right, yeah, and now your connection's completely failed. You're gone. So Bell Reaver, if you have any last words that you want to tell us before you officially log off, like feel free to just say in the chat, and then I'll read it, obviously. But your connection kind of sucks right now. Well, what's going on with everyone else? You guys all jumped on real quick. Normally, I'm used to having to kill some time and just like talk about random things. Yes, Courage Bear. I want to hear your story, bro. Now that Courage Bear, now that War Bear knows how epic and legendary and courageous you are, he wants to hear your story. I got hiccups. He wants to hear your story. Damn it, hiccups are so annoying. But Courage Bear, if you're down, like, feel free to jump on and give us a little bit of your testimony. Oh, I hate hiccups so much. Like, intellectually, I understand that hiccups, the foundation of hiccups, come from what's this organ in your body? But they're like the diaphragm. It's basically like malfunction of the diaphragm that causes hiccups. Where your diaphragm, because of what you're saying or what you're doing and what may have you, Courage Bear, welcome. Your diaphragm basically fucks up, because once your diaphragm fucks up, then you start hiccuping.
Wait, I don't think you can see me very well.
Yeah, I just see a black screen.
Yeah, hold on, brother. I gotta get some light. Would you hold this, Dustin? We got 3 dudes back here, so hold on. Thank you, sir. How's it going?
Good, brother. How you doing?
How you doing, brother? Oh, okay. So you can see me. There you go.
Yeah, I can see you now. I'm just trying to find the hiccups right now.
That's all good, brother. I appreciate it. Hey, man, I'm impressed with your knowledge on my MOS. That was pretty awesome. You give me a whole rundown on what I...
Yeah, you're a fucking badass. That's awesome.
Dude, you're still a Marine, man. Ain't nobody better than a Marine.
Well, I mean, yes, obviously, but sappers are a close second.
Yeah. We're crazy. I remember because I wasn't... Okay, when I first went to boot camp for combat engineering, I was sitting with a bunch of retards in boot camp, and they were like, just, we'll be quiet because the drill sergeant's going to get mad. And I was like, you're a bunch of pussies. And I got up and I went and sat next to the Marine Corps guys, and they're like, why the fuck are you not in the Marine Corps? My drill sergeant.
That's hilarious.
I was like, I want to hear some fucking like badass shit. Like, you guys are bringing me down, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trainer Bear, welcome.
But yeah, like.
But do you have any like fun stories? Like, did you actually get deployed, or were you just like in training? Like, tell us more about that.
I did all the training. I went to NTC. You're more badass than me because you have to get deployed. I didn't get the opportunity. I got out right before they finally deployed because our station was getting set up, and everybody was like, my sergeant sent me a "Wish You Were Here" because I only did 3 years. Like, he sent me like they blew up a cache, and he's like, "Wishing you were here, bro," like because I was a Husky driver, and I never got to use any of that stuff, and it pissed me off.
I bet, dude, like one of my best friends in the Marine Corps, Andy Winslow, he literally re-enlisted because the first 4 years of his career, his first enlistment, he wasn't allowed to deploy. And so he literally re-enlisted so that he had the opportunity to deploy. I totally get your pain, bro.
Yeah, I was pretty bummed out. But the cool thing is, like, even though I was in, like, my first sergeant, this is a scary thing. You know, when you're in formation and your first sergeant calls you up to the office, it calls you out in front of everyone, "Smith, come to the office." I'm like, oh, shit, right? Like, that's scary. Like, what did I do wrong this time, right? I'm not drunk. So
yeah, whenever a gunny or a first sergeant calls you into his office, unless you're already homies, it means bad news bears.
Yeah, so I get called to the office. So I go out of formation. I go up into the office. I'm standing outside on the line and wait for it to be called in. And I get called in, and there was a master sergeant there. And he was a special forces dude. He had all of his tabs and everything. And first sergeant goes, "Hey, Smith, get off me, Dustin." Anyways, the first sergeant, First Sergeant Richardson, he tells me, "Hey, this master sergeant here wants to talk to you. And I'm like all freaked out, like, what the hell did I do wrong? Like, and no, he ended up saying, hey, we've been looking at your numbers and how you conduct yourself. You keep good grades on all your education and all your stuff like that.
It's all about the numbers, baby.
And
Hey, shut up, Pogue. We're listening to Courage Bear right now. Shut your damn mouth. Let Courage Bear talk. How fucking dare you? Courage Bear, continue.
This is my brother. I love him.
You guys just got me excited, and I'm the cameraman over here. So, you'll see me soon.
Anyways.
Yes, cameraman. Cameraman, I look forward to seeing you one day. But right now, I'm listening to Courage Bear's adventures and exploits. So, cameraman, I love you. You're probably a wonderful human being. But for right now, go fuck yourself and let Courage Bear talk.
Thank you.
Amen, brother.
Amen. So, anyways,
can I finish?
I go to talk to my I go to talk to the first sergeant and say, first sergeant, am I in trouble? He goes, no. I want to explain something to you. He's like, they only look at certain applicants because apparently, remember when you were in the Marine Corps, they have you sign off on training and stuff like that you would do when you first get in.
Yeah.
They said this kind of stuff you do.
So, to verify what you're saying and validate it more, I literally applied for MARSOC and the Marine Corps Special Operations Command. The only reason why I wasn't allowed into Special Forces was because I got into administrative punishment.
Right.
Bad boys.
Jarheads, man. Come on, man. We all, trust me, I got as much trouble as you did.
I feel you.
Anyways, so I was like, okay. So when I first got into my duty station, I didn't want to look like a little pansy in front of everybody. So they say, hey, Smith, well, which one of these schools would you be willing to sign up to? I signed up for all of them. I just was like, whatever. I'm a couple years older than everybody else, so I might as well just suck it out, So, well, it never came to me. Nothing ever came to me except for sapper school, which was badass. But
Yep.
Yeah, sapper, which you finally got the opportunity. The thing that sucks is I made it all the way through the schooling until the last 12-mile run. I twisted my ankle in a stupid little pothole. And I limped it all the way to the end. But you know what was badass? Because, I remember everything in sapper school was worth 50 points each. I failed the last 50 points. And I made it to the end. I still got to see the flag lowered. It was pretty badass. They're like, you did a damn good job. They're like, I know you didn't get the credit, the last 50-point credit, but you know what? We think you're sapper material. They're like, come back.
Completed the training,
thank you.
And that's the most important aspect.
Come back.
Oh yeah, of course it fucking sucked, but you still finished the training, and that's what's most important.
Yeah, dude. It was. Dude, it's like Ranger school in 30 days versus 90 days. It's just. Well, the first week and a half is just you're learning education, getting all your stuff you're going to be doing out on patrol. And
do you know what I call Ranger school? Boot camp.
Dude, Ranger boot camp is like Marine Corps boot camp, dude. I know because I've had
for real.
My oldest brother.
So funny.
My oldest brother, my cousin, and two of my best friends are freaking all Marines, and they're like, dude. Ranger school ain't nothing compared to what we went through.
Dude, that's why I find it so funny.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. They're like, no, I've over the time getting out of the military and all that stuff like that, I've learned who is really badass. And my brother Tyler said it the best because he went for the Navy SEALs, and he did the first 5 days. But after the first 5 days, you have to do a color test. And he was obviously color deficient, so he couldn't pass their thing. He had passed everything else. He went through the first 5 days where they keep you awake, and then they put you in the room where you fall asleep because of the heat, and you have to repeat what they're saying to write it down. He went past that, and then he did that, and he said that. What are you talking about?
No.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Anyways, so he passed that, but then when he went and did the test, he failed it because he was color deficient. Thing sucks is he had been training for months doing swimming courses, like because he wanted to be I think he wanted to be a Navy diver, like going for that, explosions or bombs and stuff like that under ships and stuff like that. Later on down the road, but yeah, he tried out for the Navy SEALs. But the thing is, this was what crazy about my older brother Tyler is, he was actually on the ship with Captain Ron. He was with the Navy SEALs when they shot the skinnies.
Nice, good for him.
Yeah,
dude.
he was with them. Bomba takes credit for all of it, obviously, but it was bullshit because the Navy SEALs were like, "We're fucking bored. Let's kill them."
Well, what I find interesting, there's two main points I find interesting about Navy SEAL training. The first point is while I was in active duty in the Marine Corps, because I was a scout observer, I trained with the Navy SEALs in physical fitness, et cetera, all the time. And like when I first started training with the Navy SEALs, I was like, this is so badass, this is awesome. But by the end of my training with the Navy SEALs, I was like, oh, so you're just like extra special Marines, but not really? Like, what is this?
No,
you just guys have extra training, that's all.
No, I have a buddy. I have an actual buddy that was a Navy SEAL, and I'm not going to go into talk about him.
You don't disclose any training secrets, obviously, but it's like one of the basic training things that the Navy SEALs like to do is when you do your runs on the beach. Yeah. Obstacle 1, running on the beach is fucking difficult. But then the Navy SEALs increase that by you're not allowed to run on the beach. You have to run in the surf where you're like in 3 feet of water and you still have to maintain like this 6-minute mile, which makes it way harder. And like I've done that. Like I've done Navy SEAL training, and yes, it's super fucking difficult.
PT stuff.
If I was in shape, easy.
That's all that. Like no, my buddy even said that he was a Navy SEAL.
Let fucking him talk. How dare you? Also, buddy, I love you. I'm just being an asshole for coming to save.
It's all good, bro. It's all good, man. Like I've been drinking beer, man. I don't usually drink all the time, but I'm having a good time right now. But anyways, dude, like. But no, like Navy SEAls are just they're. The thing is, they're not any more smarter than we are. They're just
water freaks.
It's just a game.
Been a Navy SEAL. They're water freaks.
He's
cameraman. You're talking about them being water freaks. I want to hear more about that.
I should have been.
So, Bell Reaver, let your cameraman speak. I want to hear his voice now.
Hey, he wants to hear you.
Okay. I got fucked up knees to start, so I played football. And they called me Frogger because my 3-point stance, I was down, my ass was so low, I looked like a frog, legit. Running through the beach water, 3 feet ocean water, sounds fucking easy to me. I'm 41 now, so I'm way out of shape. But in my 20s,
you're too small to have a 3-point stance.
In my 20s, that would have been fucking easy. I can swim forever. I can breathe underwater forever. I was born to be a Navy SEAL. I tried for the Marines. They said, your knees are fucked up. So I'm like, see ya, bitches. Happy and sad at the same time. I already love
your energy, but if you couldn't hold a solid 3-point stance, and if you additionally did not have like the knee strength to do the Marine Corps, then you had zero potential at the Navy SEAls. I already love you because
actually, you know what? You know what? I was a fat bastard, way overweight. When I got in shape, I cage fight for fucking 4 fights, and I beat all their fucking asses.
You did.
I'm a fucking beast. I'll
fucking hand-to-hand
is a
fun little pony show. But that really doesn't have a whole lot to do with a lot of real world shit.
At the time for the Marines, I was obese for my height, and I had poor work ethic.
He is a badass swimmer.
But I learned, somebody taught me how to work out and how to train, and I became a fucking badass fucking hand-to-hand combat guy. Like close range, I don't care if you got a gun or a knife. If I'm in fucking hand reach, I'm going to break your fucking shit down. I don't care what part it is.
We're going to try to keep it a little
obvious fact. At less than 20 feet or less, to be more specific, at 15 feet or less,
I'm just
hand
saying
to
hand-to-hand
hand is
This
combat.
man
if you're
a
proficient.
gun, machine gun.
I ain't
If
fighting
you're
military
proficient,
people.
so
I ain't
cameraman
fighting
bear,
military people.
cameraman,
I love our country. I love Jesus. I don't look for
cameraman bear. I
fights.
get it. You love
Oh,
Jesus. You love your country. You're
oh,
patriotic.
I'm
You're
sorry. I ramble when I'm drunk. I ramble when I apologize.
I'm glad to
brother.
see it,
That's
Jab
okay.
Jab. Thank you.
I
I
don't
It's
even
appreciate
know
it.
okay.
what's going on right now. I'm just I'm just fucking. You catch me
He's
when I'm not
he's
drunk.
he's
I just added
he's
you. I'm
reliving the
sorry.
golden days. Come on, brother.
Come on,
Give him a
man. I don't
little
know
break.
what's going on.
Anyways, no, he is
I
legitimately.
could have been a
That
Navy
dude jumps off
SEAL.
like high rocks and dives into the
I'm
water
just
still, and people are
saying.
like, "Whoa,
I'm
how do you
just
do that?"
saying.
Like he's a
Of
legit like
all the
swimmer.
branches, I would have been fucking great in the Navy. I'm a water fucking
He has
person.
Cameraman
more.
bear, you're the biggest badass to ever be born. I salute your
No,
almost
I'm
service, even though you
pussy.
didn't
This
serve.
guy's tougher than me.
Congratulations, brother. Thank
This
you for
guy,
your almost service.
this guy's tougher than me. I'm just like a frog, bro. All I'm saying is
Dustin, you need to
frogs
quiet
can
down.
swim.
My mom and dad are sleeping.
You gotta quiet down. Come out here.
Yeah, anyways, yeah, go over there for what? Anyways, my mom and dad are sleeping. He's yelling at the window and it's like blast. You pulled the camera towards you.
Over here.
Anyways, yeah, Jab Jab's loving it. Anyways, yeah, we've been having a little bit of a fun night. Anyways, I apologize, brother. Anyways,
Dude,
it's like,
no
yeah,
reason to apologize.
yeah,
Cameraman bear just made me laugh my ass off. That's
yeah.
hilarious.
Oh, he's a good dude. He's drunk. So anyway,
No, come here and talk to me.
I can see that, and that makes it so much funnier.
yeah.
That's good right there.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. He
That's
even gave me the
funny.
last beer. Anyways, that's cool. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, no, like I heard your stories and stuff like that, and I was like, damn, this dude is I thought you were a badass. Like, okay, there's one thing I can tell you that puckered my butt is we had to do live mine training, and that's scary. Yeah,
It's par for the crap. If you get
yeah,
blown
dude,
up, that's
like,
your retard.
I got a great story for you though. This is gonna make you laugh. Like, this is
Oh,
hilarious.
great. Yeah, I want to hear it.
Yeah. Anyways, so when I was doing my Claymore training, I had it down. I mean, I had it to the T. Like, I could show everybody else how to do the Claymore, like live Claymore training. We had to plug it in and put the deck cord in and all that stuff like that, and do that and take it apart, do all the stuff like that. It was awesome, but like, you can only get certified and pass the Claymore training where you can carry Claymore on you if you go to the first sergeant and he sees that you can do it properly. The thing was hilarious is every time, like, it took me 3 times to pass it with my first sergeant because I kept fucking it up when I got up there. And then by the 3rd time, he goes, Smith, I know you know how to do this. Why are you fucking it up? He says, what's going to happen if we're down range and the enemy's coming and you keep fucking it up? I said, first sergeant, I ain't worried about the fucking enemy. They don't scare me. It's you that scares me. And he sits back in his chair. He laughs his ass off. And he cracks up. And he was so fucking, like, it was the best response he ever gotten. Like, he was like, dude, this is how me and my first sergeant became friends. Like, he was like, you're fucking hilarious, dude. And then he saw me actually he went and saw me when I was just showing other people how to do it. He saw it and he passed me off. So I got to carry my Claymore, but it was just hilarious because I was like, first sergeant, you make me nervous. You're fucking me up, not them. I don't care about the enemy. I'm like, I don't want to get smoked. I had to do push-ups 1,000 times in front of his office.
Vibe.
What's that?
Our explosive expert in my infantry platoon had a very similar vibe. Like when he would whenever it came to the higher ups, like literally anything above staff sergeant, like Massey got nervous. But even though he got nervous speaking to a staff sergeant or above, when it came to combat, he literally carried a backpack with like 50 or 60 pounds of explosives. No big deal. He was never worried about that, but he was concerned about talking to staff NCOs.
That's so great that you said that, because this gets where it gets worse for me. I shot better than everybody else. When we did our qualification, I got shot better than everybody else. So guess what? Your team leader says, I want you to protect me. because you know how to shoot your rifle. So I'm like, oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. I got the NCO's back, right? Now you're the RTO, right? You're the radio technician officer, right? But the worst thing about that is you have to carry all the crap that you have, plus
dude,
a pound
radio operator
on
by
your back.
trade. And so I get what you're saying. So as a radio operator, so MOS is the job specialty for the Marine Corps. So by job specialty, I was a radio operator. But then by the grace of God, I got sent to a scout observer shop. So from that scout observer shop, I got sent to an infantry battalion to deploy. So not only did I have all the radio knowledge, but I also knew how to call for fire and all medevacs, all that knowledge.
Oh yeah, the medevac, nine-line medevac, right? Yeah.
And so when I got to my infantry platoon, not only was I in charge of radios, but I was also in charge of calling for fire, for medevacs, for etc. Like anything that had to do with like any sort of forward operating. Like I had to do all of that other bullshit on top of my radio operator job, which included me carrying an extra 60 pounds of batteries and fucking bullshit radios and shit, in addition to my scout observer gear.
The Marines already carried a 100-pound
shit.
like your guys' minimum is 100 pounds that you guys carry.
Dude, it was so gay. And then it's like once you enter contact, like yes, the A gunner is having like extra like ammo and gear, so he's kind of weighed down. But the other three guys in your fucking fire team, like for the most part, are not weighed down nearly as much as you, which means 3/4 of your goddamn platoon can run the fuck around, and you're like, bro, I've got over 100 pounds of gear in my backpack. What the shit, man?
Dude, you want to hear the graviest story you'll ever hear, though? Like,
yeah, dude, for sure.
Throughout the military, I'm going to tell you this right now. Like, I grew up in a small town, right? This Roseburg, Oregon is a very small town. It's like 23,000 people. I never left Oregon, like, except for to go to Washington or a couple times in California to go to a church thing. I never really left where I lived. So, like, I didn't have a, I don't know. I just, anywhere else. I just was where I was at, like a little small town person, right? So like when I first went to into my duty station, which was in White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico, I actually set a precedent because nobody else apparently had ever done this before me. But I got in trouble worse than anyone because when I got there, this is the BS. This is the part where I call bullshit on the whole situation, and this is what has to do with like your rank or whatever. There was a corporal in front of me, and I saw him charge his rifle. Like I saw him do it. Like physically saw him charge his rifle. We were doing a live fire exercise, and when my ears, because I had my earplugs in, I thought my sergeant said go to weapon status screen. I said, okay, cool. But I didn't know for sure. I had to verify, but I also saw my corporal in front of me charge his rifle. So I was like, oh shit, we're going weapon status screen. So I charged my rifle and freaking it got all jammed up. Well, apparently he didn't say go to weapon status screen.
Your weapon system?
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't say go to weapon status screen. So I was like, oh shit. He's like, oh, Smith. He grabbed all the mags out of my vest, took them all away from me. Says, you're not shooting this live fire range, which is bullshit because I ended up shooting anyways. But he took all my shit away and says, we're gonna fuck you up when this shit is over. I'm like, oh crap. So like, we get down to the live fire range and everybody's down there shooting, and finally he hands me a mag, and I put a freaking round in every freaking target. He's like, holy crap. Right, he's like, damn, because I'm like, pow, 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 pow. Because I'm already freaked out. Like, I'm already in trouble. But I'm like, you might as well impress him while I'm still in trouble, right? So, because I can shoot. I've always been shooting my whole life. So I hit all the targets. He goes, damn. Anyways, but when I got back, he's like, fill up your Camelback. So I had to go out to the water thing and fill up my Camelback. And he's like, put all your full battle rattle on. So I had to put all my armor on, and then went out there and smoked for like 4 hours, right? So I had to do PT for 4 hours out in the freaking heat and the sun in New Mexico. Well, finally, it's over, right? You there, right?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay.
Radio check?
Yeah, rain check. Anyways, yeah, so I did they smoked me for 4 hours. I was dehydrated. I was worn out. Like, that iron mic'd me across the freaking fob, which is huge. And so I'm like, all right, cool. I get there. And then Sergeant goes and sits there on his cot and says, everybody, Smith's a badass. He took it like a champ. He didn't complain. He just got smoked like a G. And so I took it, and I was like, whatever, like, cool. And he's like, Smith, you're good to go. Because I was like, Sergeant, can I take a piss? He goes, you ain't got to ask. Go take a piss, Smith. So I go take a piss, right? But the thing is, I'm so dehydrated and like just worn out from getting smoked for 4 hours in the heat in all my armor and shit like that. And so like when I was done taking a piss, I come back and I sit down on my cot. I'm like, I can finally relax. And my boy Grantham goes, Smith. He whispers in my ear. He goes, Smith, where's your gun?
No fucking way!
Dude, I shit you not. Dude, nobody's ever done this. And apparently nobody in this MOS or in their shit had ever done this. But because I was so fucked up, I was so out of it, like, because it was so hot. Like, I was...
You misplaced your weapon?
I didn't... It wasn't misplaced. It was still in the latrine. So I went back to go get it, or sneakily to go back and get it real quick. But the fucked up thing is, before I had the chance to go back and get it...
One of your NCOs had already found your weapon system, and now they're about to chew your ass. Continue with the story.
Oh, dude. I'm going to tell you right now. You know how it is. They teach you don't lose your weapon, right? Don't lose your weapon because you're going to die. They're going to kill you if this happens, right? So imagine the fear I felt when that NCO from 2nd Platoon comes and goes, hey, Sergeant, did one of your soldiers, one of your privates lose a weapon in the latrine? That moment is the
It's terrifying for you, bro.
Dude, the scariest moment of your life is that moment right there, because you're like, they're gonna fucking stab me in front of everyone and shoot me to death and kill me, right? Like, you're so scared, like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And Sergeant Holmes goes, which one of you guys left your weapon? But you know what? How badass I was? I stood up and said, that's my weapon. I didn't even hesitate. I said,
badass.
that's
Just
my
taking
weapon.
accountability for your fuck up.
Yeah, I fucked up, right? And Sergeant Holland goes, oh my god, Smith. Dear God, we just got done smoking your ass for 4 hours. Get your fucking shit. Get your shit on. You're in fucking dog shit. Like, you're in trouble. Like, you're in serious fucking trouble.
Yep.
They ended up smoking me for the next 6 fucking hours. And, like, people couldn't sleep because how bad they were smoking me. And, like, just fucking, like,
well deserved.
Dude,
well
like,
deserved.
Well fucking deserved. Absolutely. I agree with it. But it was the craziest shit of my life. And I'll tell you right now, it's called Fob Stallion. This was the place we were at the time. I don't remember where it's at, but it was Fob Stallion. And this is the shittiest place I've ever been in my entire life, because for the next 5 fucking following days, I was on every shitty detail. Like, you're getting bare minimum sleep because you're on every shitty detail, and your weapon is tied to you. I had a weapon. My rifle was tied to me by a 550 cord. And I had to carry a fucking...
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, you know it, dude. I had 5 fucking 50 cord to me. And they also had a...
This is a weapon. You tie the weapon system to your troop with a 550 cord, and then you fucking smoke them for as long as humanly possible. Dude, that's exactly what I did as an NCO.
You fucking know.
It's so funny.
That is so fucking great. Oh boy, man! Yeah, I'm so glad that you share this sense of humor, because if for anybody else, it would not be funny.
Well, dude, the reason why I find it so extra funny is because literally the story you're telling me right now, where you fucked up. And then, like, right when you were on the verge of, like, no longer being a fuck-up, then you lost your weapon system. That exact same story. So when I was in 29 Palms, Mojave Viper is like the pre-deployment training. So right before a Marine Corps unit goes like to the other like out of country, we go to Mojave Viper. And so when we first got into Mojave Viper, we had a brand new Navy doc, and like he was this green as shit. Like he had just gotten out of like doc school, and so like he would constantly fuck up, and so we were just constantly just laying into him. And I'll never forget it. One day in fucking Mojave Viper, I found his weapon system by the shitter, and I was like, oh, good. Now I can play games. And so I went to my fellow NCOs, and like we spent a good hour just like planning on how we were gonna fuck with this guy before we started fucking with him.
Can I tell you something that will blow your mind, though, real quick?
What's up, man?
Blow your mind. Okay, I didn't know, but before I went to boot camp, I got drunk with a dude that ended up being one of my drill sergeants.
Whoa.
We were in a mailroom one day, and I didn't realize it at first because we were there for a while, and I didn't even think about it. And all of a sudden, my drill sergeant sort of calls me up and stands me up in front of everybody in the war room and goes, "Hey, Smith, where the fuck do I know you from?" And it was weird because I never even thought about it. Dude, it was the worst. He's like, "Where the fuck do I know you from?" And I was like, and it came to me. I got drunk with that dude.
Wait, you answered his question in boot camp?
Yeah!
You fucking retard!
Oh, I know, dude, right? I don't know. I'm from a small town. I'm just a small
Dude,
town
you
guy.
dug your own grave.
Yeah, I did. Dude, he goes, Smitty, where the fuck do I know you from? And it was right then when he said that, I didn't know why I didn't shut my mouth and say, I don't know. I was like, you remember from Roseburg? You know there was a fat troll lady that we were making fun of, and he goes, oh my God, because me and him got hammered together, and like we were making fun of this fat lady, and it was whatever. That's not the point. The point is he realized that he did know me. He's like, why do you look so familiar? And then he realized we had actually had a moment before I'd ever met him, knowing that he was going to become my drill sergeant. He had me bear crawling an hour a day before chow every day for the next 30 fucking days. Like
that makes
sense. I had to bear crawl up and down the freaking third story barracks hallway. And by the end of it, when he told me I no longer needed to bear crawl, I actually was hilarious. I had done so much bear crawling that I could literally bear crawl as fast as somebody could run.
Oh, so did you guys in the Army boot camp have that like the duty belt with like canteens on like attached to the sides?
I hate the fucking word canteens because they used to make like your 1 quart canteen and your 2 quart canteen. Oh my God, it was.
All right, bro. So Marine Corps boot camp, like 90 days, is 3 phases, and like
3 phases, also 3 phases as well.
All right, cool. So like imagine a drill instructor not knowing who the fuck you are towards the middle/end of the 2nd phase. How rare is that? Now imagine the same person who the drill instructor is unaware of their existence is also a platoon scribe. This guy. So the middle/towards the end of 2nd phase, when my kill hat discovered I existed, I shit you not, he spent hours, I shit you not, hours, where my whole job was take off the belt, put it on the ground, stand up, position of attention, pick up the belt, put it back on, position of attention, take off the belt, put it on the ground, position of attention, pick up the belt, put it back on, position of attention, take off the belt. Like, dude, for literally fucking hours with 2 full canteens, and it got to the point where after it got to chow, first aid bear, Tartarian Productions, welcome. And it got to the point where when chow time came, it was a 5-minute walk. He gave me 10 minutes to go get to chow, eat my chow, and get the fuck back. And then I continued with my bullshit, taking off the belt, continued that until I cried. I shit you not, bro. Like, he was so butthurt that he hadn't, like, figured out that I existed. And, like, now in the middle of the second phase, he's like, all right, good. Now we're going to play games. And, dude, he fucking destroyed me. Love, welcome. Me and Courage Bear are yeah.
Dude, I love these stories. This is like ridiculous. We could all share them. At some point, all of us who were actually badass freaking experience some sort of retardedness because the best guys always fuck up the hardest.
Oh, dude, like one time in boot camp, me and my one of my close friends, we handmade a checkers board in the war closet, like the little closet wall with the supplies. Like the war closet. We made a little checkerboard because every Sunday we had a little bit of free time where you could either go to church or you could just kind of hang out. And so we made a checkerboard by hand with Sharpies and shit so we could play checkers on Sundays. The drill instructors very quickly discovered our checkerboard and punished us accordingly for having fun. Mm-hmm. It was unpleasant, to say the least.
Oh, dude, trust me. This is why I went to every religious, I did not clean because I'm not cleaning up after anybody else's pubes. You know what I'm saying?
Like, go to church or get hazed. It's a really hard decision.
Dude, the thing is, shitty was like first of all, it was when we first started because Missouri gets snowy as fuck, right? In the wintertime, right? Uh-huh. I was at Fort Leonard Wood, and we're standing back. There's 6 of us out there in the snow. We had to watch all the rifles because you stack your rifles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And these guys started throwing snowballs at each other. I was like, dude, you guys need to stop fucking doing that. We're gonna get in trouble. You guys fucking play around. They're like, shut up, Smith. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, yeah, I fucking do know what I'm talking about. I'm like 3 fucking years older than you, retard. Like, I've had a lot more fucking adult growth than you. And he's like, no, you don't. And, like, all of a sudden, this fucking drill sergeant from another fucking company comes out and sees us throwing snowballs at each other. He goes, oh, you guys want to play games? He goes and fucking gets our drill sergeant. They come out, and we end up fireman carrying each other up and down the football field for fucking next 2.5 hours.
Exactly.
Like, you fucking
good. You want to throw snowballs? You want to play fucking games in the snow? We'll play fucking games in the snow, you fucking piece of shit. Yeah. Let's do fireman carries. 100 yards per. Ah!
By this time, I've lost like the most weight in any company. I've lost 57 pounds. I'm like already 180 pounds tops. And I had to carry this 260-pound dude with all the armor on up and down the fucking field. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. I wasn't even throwing snowballs.
That's on you. You let your peers throw snowballs.
Yeah, enjoy. I did. I know, right? They're like, how dare you? How dare you do snowballs? Oh man, dude. Like, I just for real. Like, I've got a lot of fucking training. The only thing I don't have is. And I fucking love it. I did NTC, National Training Center, pre-deployment to it was in Bakersfield, California. I did all the shitty training. It's 5 days of on doing your PMCs on all your convoy and all your vehicles and shit like that, your PMCs and stuff like that. Then you did 16 days of like an hour and a half of sleep a night doing pre-deployment training. Oh, worst case scenarios. This person's down. And it's just shitty fucking time, right? So like, I know what all the guys went through that went through. So like all my boys from Afghanistan and stuff like that, they're like, bro, we miss you, man. Like, dude, we wish you were here. Like, we needed you. Like you're like the missing element. And I'm like, I'm sorry, guys, I couldn't be there. Like, my time was up, like it is what it is, like, and I was like, oh man, I still think about it, because I'm 35 now. So like, I still think about it. I'm like, I'm 34, almost turning 35, but like, I look back. I'm like, man, I wish I would have No.
You wish you didn't re-enlist.
No,
yes,
fuck
you could have gotten deployment, but you're glad you didn't re-enlist. But that being said, brother, Courage Bear, we've got 23 seconds because Instagram is fucking gay. But you've got first priority to rejoin, and we'll be right back soon.
Sounds good.
All right, talk to you soon, brother.
All right, you brother.